first time that I consciously laid eyes on a Linea was at Coffee Fest in Seattle in 1993, and David Schomer was serving up shots of Vivace coffee and preparing it on a Linea. And the first espresso machine that I purchased was a used Linea, and I love that machine. And it's been a love affair since 1993. And I think that those machines have some of the most beautiful lines. They're understated, they're classic, they're timeless, and it's just a wonderful machine to work on. I love everything about it. I started in coffee in 1977. I worked as a barista in San Francisco in Glen Park, and I'd been out of coffee, and I decided I wanted to open a coffee bar up in Sonoma County, California, and I went to Coffee Fest thinking about opening a cart, which later became a cafe, and I was a wholesale customer of David Schomer's at Espresso Vivace, and asked David, what espresso machine should I buy? And he said, La Marzocco, that's it. And I was thrilled. I love the machines. That's all I've ever owned. I'm sad to say, maybe I'm happy to say it's all I've ever worked on, but that's been such a pleasure working with that. I think it's ease of use, I think it's consistency, I think it's durability, and I think the other factor is you can make drinks that taste as good as on that machine as any machine out there, even though it doesn't have all of, I don't say bells and whistles, but some of the technical innovations of some other wonderful machines. You can make astounding coffee on that machine, so I love it, what it's capable of doing. My first cafe opened in 1994, and that was called the Western Cafe. That had a food component to it. Actually, it was pretty well known for the food, and there was a local independent magazine, and it was voted the best restaurant, new restaurant in Sonoma County. But we weren't a restaurant, we were a cafe, and we had a limited food menu. The second cafe opened in 1996. It was called Centro Espresso, espresso bar, and we had a banjo-bolted La Marzocco Linea. And this was before the machines were being PID'd, and actually I was a later adapter of a PID. I knew what they were capable of and that it was a good thing to have your machine PID'd. But my first PID machine was actually an FB80, but that's another story. I think, you know, the thing about it was Santa Rosa at that time, or Sonoma County, was pretty limited as far as the coffee options, and I think people were surprised our coffee was sweeter, and a lot of that was that the roast was different. We had really fantastic coffees. Echo, which was my venture, was a very early adapter of the COE program, so we were very fortunate that we started buying COE coffees in the year 2001. I think the great thing about a Marzocco and a really high-end piece of equipment like that is it doesn't get in the way of expressing all that the coffee has. I think it's something that allows you to bring out the best flavor components in the coffee, and that was something I was very grateful for.